Good evening, dear colleagues. Today we will speak about project-based learning, a path to personalized English language development. In the modern language classroom, traditional methods often fail to meet the diverse needs and interests of learners. Project-based learning, or PBL, emerges as innovative student-centered strategy that not only enhances engagement, but also fosters deeper, personalized language development. My name is Galina Kuznetsova, and I am a Methodist in English at Ranak Publishing House. I specialize in supporting teachers, developing educational materials, and helping implement innovative methodologies in English language teaching. Feel free to contact me for advice, collaboration, or any questions related to English teaching resources. And what we will discuss today, dear colleagues, we have 3 questions: introduction to project-based learning, interactive lesson structure in project-based learning, NUSH example, and personalized learning through project-based learning. But before our starting, as usually, dear colleagues, I wanted to offer you an exercise. What is your sprint superpower icebreaker? And you can see 8 statements, 8 powers. So, dear colleagues, please share in our chat your number of your power. This icebreaker is light, imaginative, and perfect for boosting creativity and connection, especially in English language classes or group settings. And of course, spring is a time of sunshine, flowers, and fresh energy. If you could have a magical spring-themed superpower, what would it be and why? Maybe you want to share. Please, dear colleagues, share in our chat, and I can see our colleagues share in our chat. From Oksana, number 6, inspiration. From Olga, number 4. Freedom. From Alena, 5, light. From Alena, growth. From Marina, freedom, and a lot of numbers, and even some colleagues share with us 3 their superpowers, as for example, as for example, Alena, 1, 5, and 7 share for us 3 superpowers. Thanks a lot, dear colleagues, for your activity and collaboration in our chat. And today, dear colleagues, with us will work our colleague Natalia Ganchar. She wants to share with us her experience, how she is working in PBL. She is teacher of English, German, and foreign literature at the Lyceum number 8 of the Khmelnytsky City Council, certified trainer of the NUSH, supervisor, active participant of the British Council. So, Natalia, you are welcome. Please, we want to listen to experience.
Okay, hello, thank you for introduction. Hello and welcome, dear English teachers. We are so happy to have you with us. Whether you are joining us from your classrooms, for example, or home, thank you for being here. Today's webinar is going to be fun, yes, festive, and full of useful tools. Just in time for spring. And what's Easter without a little surprise? So, and I have prepared for you a very interesting bunny. I have created it with the help of the artificial intelligence Hydra. Okay, listen please.
Happy Easter. Wishing you all a joyful Easter filled with peace and happiness. Thank you for being part of this webinar.
From the beginning.
Let's enjoy learning together.
Okay, so first of all, I want to congratulate you with Easter, dear colleagues, and I'm very happy to share with you with my experience. So, I have created this Easter with the help of artificial intelligence, which is called Hydra. And my topic is today, as Helena have said, projects, yes? projects, they are really very important at our English lessons. And I just want to say why projects, yes? Why projects? First of all, use English in real-world context. Second, develop creativity, collaboration, and communication skills. Explore topics that are interesting and relevant to them. So, and project-based learning transforms English lessons into engaging, creative, and meaningful experiences. By integrating digital tools such as Hydra, Clever, Books, Story Wizard, Book Creator, students not only improve their language skills, but also develop critical thinking, collaboration, and digital literacy. So, first of all, I want to show you Hydra, what it offers. Visualization of vocabulary and ideas, real-time collaboration on group projects, clear and structured presentation of information, useful for brochures, fact files, topic-based projects. So, and now I want to demonstrate to you platform and show a little bit how I usually create with my students the different heroes, for example, as Easter Bunny. So here you see the artificial intelligence Hydra and how, what it offers for us. First of all, you can create very interesting video, and what you must do. You can, first of all, you must sign up, yes, and register with the help of your Google account, for example. And here you can see such platform, and you can upload your images, for example, as I have done with the Easter Bunny, yes. I have uploaded the picture, and also I have recorded audio, for example. I usually do it with my children. And also I must here write, prompt your character with emotion, yes, and whatever you want. And after that, you can just press the button, and Hydra will create every person or every person what you want. For example, as I have created Easter Bunny. The second platform which I want to share with you, it's very interesting platform which is called Clever Books, and I want to show you some elements of creating. For example, okay, you can also use this platform for creating your projects, yes? Okay, just look at my screen and see attentively. Okay, first of all, I see here module, yes? Okay, I just press, yes, and also I choose laptop, desktop, yes? And after that, I'm here and create. Yes, begin with class, hide, and my projects. Yes. For example, I created a very interesting project we discussed with my pupils, and our topic was city, yes, or in the city or in the town. And we created very interesting project. You can see it. Okay, first of all, I choose for example, I choose the picture. Yes, this is a map of the city, and I can put different buildings, for example. Yes, I can put this building, yes, here, and describe, for example. I can put, for example, church here, yes, and describe and ask question. Okay, for example, I can ask pupils, tell me please, how can I get to the church, yes? Or also I can put a big building, yes, block of flats, for example, or skyscraper, yes? And also I can put here different buildings, and we discuss. We can write new words. Also, we can ask questions and answer them. This platform is really very important for me because what can I do? I can create dialogues, yes, with my children. Also, we retell stories or fairy tales, for example, illustrate vocabulary. Yes, build digital literacy. Of course, why not? So it's very interesting. Also, I want to show you another what we can choose. We can choose here animals, for example, yes, and we also put there, yes, different animals, and also we can describe them. I guess this platform very interesting, and we can write and illustrate their own digital stories, create interactive books, for example, yes, and reflect on learning in creative, personalized ways. So, the next, what I want to show you, it's book creator. I like to create books. We can choose any topics, yes, whatever you want. For example, calendar and weather books. I want to demonstrate to you our project. Yes, my student created this book. I want to show you. For example, the day is, the month is, and we can write here, yes, and we can discuss, we can plan, and we can do whatever what we want. For example, yes, with the help of book creator. Book creator allows us write and illustrate our own digital stories, for example. We also can create interactive books with the text, audio, and video. Yes, okay, why not? And I guess it's very interesting, and also it's very wonderful. The next, what I want to show you and demonstrate is book creator. Also, it is very interesting. It's Story Wizard. I like this platform because we can read, we can listen to different stories, yes, and also we can discuss. And now I want to show you how I usually create the books. First of all, you must register. Yes, you must register on this platform, which is called Story Wizard. Yes, artificial intelligence. And let's start creating our books. So, we must. Okay, first of all, let's start with picking a main character for your story. Let it be girl, for example. Yes, it's very interesting. Next step, great choice, and also we must write the name. Yes, the name. For example, let it be Natalie. Let it be Natalie. Natalie. Yes. Okay. Also, we can use, we will use this to illustrate this one. And my story is about, for example, Natalie, for example, a girl named Natalie, for example, went to the cinema. Went to the cinema. You can also dictate if you want. And finish. My stories and creating magic. Yes. Okay. And now we can read. It is very interesting. Okay. Now we have very interesting story about Natalie. Yes. We can read, for example, Natalie went to the cinema. She loved watching movies, for example. Also, we can listen to
Natalie went to the cinema. She loved watching movies.
Yes, okay. And I just want to show you and demonstrate. It's a very interesting story. This story is not short and it's not long. You can create it. Okay. I guess it's very interesting, and my students love doing this very much. Okay, and the next platform, it is also very interesting, artificial intelligence, which is called Suno. Yes, Suno, we can create songs. Yes. For example, I created very interesting songs, and you can choose topic, for example, Easter Bunny, Easter eggs. You must write words, yes, which will be connected with your song. For example, Easter Bunny, Easter eggs, Easter basket. Yes, Easter basket, for example. Easter basket. Okay, and create. Create, and now we can listen to the song. Easter Bunny, Easter eggs. We can sing with our children. Yes, so we can dance, for example. It's very interesting. You can choose any topic. Okay, it's you can choose the style of your song. Yes, you can choose whatever what you want. Another artificial intelligence which I usually use, it's called Comic Factory. You know, I like this platform very much because we create comics and we can discuss them, yes, and also we can describe them, for example, yes, with my children. It's very, very interesting. So, and why I usually use Comic Factory in English lessons? First of all, create dialects, yes, to practice everyday conversation and grammar structures, for example, for me, yes. Retell stories of fairy tales using comic, for example, stories, yes. Illustrate vocabulary with images and context. And you must also register, and you can write here. Yes, you can write here any topic what you want, and my topic was Easter Bunny in Ukraine, for example, and now you can see the pictures, and also you can print. Yes, we usually create comics with my students. It's very interesting for us and amazing, and we can spend our time, yes, and our lessons in very interesting way. And also, I just want to say that these platforms are really useful. And now I want to sum up, for example, yes, why do I usually use projects? Yes, because first of all, I want to say that Hydra, what it offers, yes, first of all, visualization of vocabulary and ideas, real-time collaboration on group projects, clear and structured presentation of information, useful for brochures, fact files, topic-based projects. Clever books, you know, I like it very much because it's 3D models to explore vocabulary, animals, shapes, world map. Yes, I have showed to you how to do it. Engages visual and kinesthetic learners, interactive and immersive learning experience, great for lessons about the environmental space, geography, etc. You know, I want to say that it is one of my favorite artificial intelligence with what I usually work. Okay, Story Wizard. Story Wizard, what it offers: step-by-step story structure, support beginning, middle, and boost creative and writing skills, grammar suggestions, and vocabulary help. Perfect for fairy tales and adventurous creative tasks, yes. Book Creator, what it offers: combined text, pictures, voice, and video, supports both individual and group projects. Great tool for storytelling, portfolios, final projects. Develops digital competence and creative thinking. Comic Factory, what it offers. Creates comics using text, images, and dialogue. Engage students through visual storytelling. It's very important. It's our work, yes. Supports language learning and creativity. Great for role plays, dialects, grammar practice. Boost motivation and digital literacy. Soon, what it offers. Creates original songs with the help of AI. Yes, students write lyrics and generate music, perfect for integrating creativity into language learning. Encourages teamwork, expression, and fun. Develops listening, speaking, and digital skills. Why? I just want to sum up. Why? Artificial intelligence, yes, what it gives usually to me. Free access, yes, ready-made tasks for lessons, available from a phone, computer, or tablet, yes, access available both online and offline, can be used for affirmative self-assessment. Okay, I guess that it's really very useful, and I want to say, first of all, I want to thank you, dear colleagues, for your attention, and many thanks to Ranok Publishing, yes, and Halina for the invitation and share my experience. It was a pleasure to present how I usually integrate artificial intelligence into English lessons through creative project works. So now I give the floor to Halina.
Thanks a lot, Natalia, for your experience. Please give me the screen. I want to share with our colleagues my presentation.
Okay.
And let's, dear colleagues, continue our webinar. So, and I want to ask you, how do you think, dear colleagues, what is project-based learning? You saw and listened to Natalia's experience, and you have seen a lot of AI tools which she had presented for us. And how do you think, dear colleagues, what is project-based learning? Please share in our chat. Maybe it's about collaboration, activity, maybe exploring something, or creativity, creating, and other things. Please, dear colleagues, share in our chat. How do you think, what is project-based learning? Of course, maybe it is a little difficult, but you can sum up in one word and say to us in our chat, share your experience. How do you think, what is project-based learning? Okay, I think our colleagues thinking. Okay, thanks a lot to Julia. Exploring something while collaborating. Marina, teaching where learn by actively engaging. Students learn by actively engaging. Project-based learning is a teaching method in which students learn by actively engaging in real-world and personally meaningful projects. Thanks a lot to Marina. And of course, dear colleagues, you are right, because project-based learning, or PBL, is a teaching approach where students actively explore real-world problems and challenges. Instead of memorizing vocabulary or grammar rules, they use English meaningfully to solve problems, collaborate with others, create tangible outcomes, for example, presentations, reports, videos, and so on. And there are 4 of the core characteristics of project-based learning, and they each plays a powerful role in creating meaningful, lasting learning experiences. The first is student-centered learning. Students are active participants, not passive receivers. Learners take responsibility for their work and decisions. They choose topics, explore personal interests, and manage their own progress. The teacher acts as a facilitator or coach, offering support and guidance, not direct instruction. And as example, our students can say, I'm not just learning English, I'm using English to do something that matters to me. The second is the interdisciplinary approach. Projects often combine knowledge and skills from multiple subjects. A single project might involve English, science, social studies, art, and digital literacy. It reflects how learning happens in the real world, where problems don't come in subject-shaped boxes. For example, a project on clean water may involve English research, biology, environmental science, and presentation design. The third is a focus on real-world problems and contexts. PBL connects classroom learning with the authentic, meaningful challenges. Topics are relevant to the students, their communities, or the wider world. This encourages motivation, critical thinking, and civic awareness. And our students can ask, how can we reduce food waste in our school cafeteria? What can we do to promote ecotourism in Ukraine? The fourth is continuous evaluation and reflection. Assessment is ongoing, formative, and includes reflection. Students receive feedback throughout the process. Peer and the self-assessment are just as important as teacher evaluation, and reflection helps our students understand not only what they did, but how and why they grew. And for example, can be some tools as learning rubrics, group check-ins, and reflection presentations. The next, what I want to share with you, dear colleagues, it's about benefits of project-based learning, and there are the very reasons why it's such a powerful and modern approach, especially in the context of the 21st century education. So let's unpack each benefit with clear, vivid examples and the student-friendly language. The first is development of the 21st century skills. Communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and in PBL, students work in teams, solve real problems, present ideas, and often use technology. These are the key skills employers and universities look for, and they are developed naturally through projects. For example, students create a podcast about endangered species in Ukraine. They write scripts, interview, edit audio, and publish episodes using English in an authentic digital way. The next is deep and meaningful learning. PBL goes beyond memorization. It's about understanding, applying, and connecting ideas. Students engage with a topic over time, exploring it from different perspectives. They ask questions, make decisions, and create something real, which leads to longer-lasting knowledge. For example, a project on the future of food leads students to explore climate change, health, and cultural differences in diets, all while using English to research, discuss, and present. The third is increasing motivation and engagement. When students care about what they are doing, they care about learning. PBL allows for student choice, real-world relevance, and creativity. Learners often say, this doesn't feel like school, it feels like something important. Or, for example, instead of a textbook exercise, students create a YouTube vlog in English to give tourists tips on traveling around the city. It's practical, fun, and personal. And personalized learning. Every student can shine in their own way, and PBL encourages different strengths and learning styles. One student might lead the design, another may write the content, another may edit a video and present ideas. Teachers can differentiate tasks and meet students where they are academically and emotionally. And for example, in a group project about community heroes, one student draws a comic strip, and another writes an article in English, and a third gives a short speech to classmates, so all of them succeed in their own style. And a student can say, I used to be afraid of speaking English in front of others, but now I can give a whole presentation about our eco-friendly school project. And dear colleagues, let's consider lesson structure in project-based learning NUSH example. The first is engagement or motivation. The second is exploration, research, and planning. The third is creation, developing the project. The fourth, presentation or sharing the project. And of course, reflection, assessment, and feedback. So, dear colleagues, let's consider all of these step-by-step plan, example of NUSH lesson. The first is the engagement motivation. You can see that I'm sharing with you our book, Project Explore for the 7th grade. And you can see here the rubric My Project, and the topic is Sally's project. And the goal of engagement is spark students' interest in the topic and introduce the project. And what activities can we use? Begin the lesson with a discussion. What do you know about Mars and Earth? Why do you think comparing objects helps us understand them better? Show images or videos of Mars and Earth to create curiosity. Use brainstorming or a quick quiz to activate prior knowledge about the planets. The next step is exploration, research, and planning. The goal of this part of the lesson is to help students gather information and organize their ideas. Activity: read and analyze Sally's project example together as a class. You can see in our textbook, Project Explore by Sylvia Wilden and Paul Shipton, different texts about the Earth and Mars. And you can ask your students discuss the table and the text to identify key comparisons. For example, size, distance from the sun, weather, and the students choose 2 objects they want to compare. 2 planets, 2 sports, or 2 vehicles, or what you want. But if our topic is about Earth and Mars and other planets, so it can be about space and other planets. Guide students to research facts about their chosen topics using books, online resources, or videos. And you can use different tools. And of course, you can create with your students, as Natalia have showed for us, and make some pictures, some presentations, use graphic organizers to record and sort information. The next step is creation, developing the project. The goal of this part of the lesson is to help our students to write their comparative texts and design their projects. And what activities can we use? Students write sentences comparing their chosen topics using linkers of addition and contrast. Encourage them to use headings like size, age, made of, speed, abilities to organize their information. Students create their project on paper or digitally, adding pictures, charts, or diagrams to illustrate their comparisons. The next step is presentation and the sharing the project in front of the classmates. Our students present their findings to the class and what activities can we use. We can organize a gallery walk where students display their projects. Students take turns presenting their projects to peers, explaining the most interesting comparisons. Encourage classmates to ask questions such as, why did you choose these two topics? What surprised you the most? And the last part, dear colleagues, it's reflection, assessment and feedback. Later, we will consider with you some techniques of formative assessment and reflection, and maybe you will see something useful for your lessons. The goal of this part of the lesson is reflecting on learning outcomes and evaluate the project process. Our students can discuss in small groups what was the most challenging part of the project, how did the linkers help them write better comparisons, and we as teachers need to provide peer and feedback to improve future projects. And as the second part of our webinar, dear colleagues, is about personalized learning, so please share again in our chat, how do you think, what is personalized learning? Share in our chat, maybe it's about something PBL, or maybe something about assessment, evaluating, confidence, maybe it's about something our students' own pace and style, or maybe something else. How do you think, what is personalized learning? So, dear colleagues, share in chat. You can sum up in one word. Maybe you want to share with us experience. And thanks to Marina, an educational approach that aims to customize learning for each student's strengths, needs, skills, and interests. I agree with you. Thanks a lot. And from Irina, taking into consideration the students' goals, levels. Thanks a lot, dear colleagues, for your activity and for your experience. And of course, I agree with you, because personalized learning, it's about educational approach that aims to customize learning for each student's strengths, as our colleagues, as Marina said in our chat. Each student gets a learning plan that's based on what they know and how they learn best. And of course, PBL, or project-based learning, supports personalized learning. Students choose topics that are that interest them. They learn at their own pace and style. Tasks can be adopted to different language levels, encourages learner confidence. And for example, in a PBL unit on global cultures, one student might research Ukrainian traditions and present them in English, while another explores, for example, English, Chinese food, or other food. Each project is personal and motivating. And of course, personalized learning has a lot of benefits for our students and for us as teachers. It meets individual needs, adapts to each student's pace, level, and interests, boosts motivation. Learners feel more engaged and valued, encourages independence, builds self-direct learning skills, supports diverse abilities, helps both struggling and advanced students thrive. Improves outcomes, students learn more effectively when content fits them, and fosters confidence. Success builds a positive mindset toward learning. For example, dear colleagues, I want to say and give you some examples from our textbook. Of course, personalized learning is student-centered, as I have already said. And the student is at the center of the learning process. They explore, make decisions, solve problems, and take responsibility for their learning. And key features, choice and voice. Students choose topics and roles. Active learning, learning by doing, not just listening. Personalized, adapted to students' interests and levels. Ownership, students plan and assess their own work. Reflection, thinking about what and how they are learning. And in PBL, students are creators. And you can see, for example, from our textbook, Project Explore for the 8th grade by Paul Shipton, Paul Kelly, Alena Щербак, and Svetlana Pechiniska. We have the rubric My Project in our textbook, Project Explore. And here you can see some plan how our students need to work during the project. And somebody can for example, record the video, somebody edit the video, somebody plan the video, and our students can choose what the role will be in this project from them. The next is ongoing assessment and adjustments in PBL. Involve continuously monitoring students' progress, provide informative feedback, and refining the project based on learning outcomes. This includes self-assessments, peer reviews, and teacher observations, and iterative improvements to ensure deeper understanding and skill development. And you can see some examples from our textbook Project Explore for the 7th grade. And here our students can find their role in this project and understand what they need to do during this project and during preparing this project for presentation. The next is flexible targeted instruction in PBL involves adopting teaching methods to meet diverse students' needs, providing personalized support and using differentiated strategies. This ensures that students receive the right guidance at the right time, enhancing engagement and learning outcomes. Again, you can see some examples. Here, our students can choose 3 or 4 topics, use their ideas, and use the ideas below to help them to make this project more interesting and more flexible for them. The next, what I want to share with you, dear colleagues, it's such a roadmap for our students, how they need to work during project. And they need to follow the 5 P's step by step to complete their project. Their 5 P's of a project are helpful framework for organizing and managing a project effectively. They are often used in project management to ensure all critical aspects are considered. And here's a breakdown. And you can see the first is problem. Why are you doing this project? This is your goal or reason, not your students' goal or reason. And our students need to ask themselves, what am I trying to show or explain? What will people learn from my project? And for example, I want to tell people about famous Ukrainians in sports. The next, people. Who is in my team? I ask myself as a student. These are the people working with me or helping me. And our students need to think about what is my role, what will my classmates do, who can help us, teacher, maybe parents, classmates, and maybe other teachers, if you have integrated project. For example, Anna finds photos, Danila writes the scripts, and I make the poster. The next, planning. How will you do it? This is a step-by-step plan. Ask, what do we do first? What materials or tools do we need? When is it due? For example, first we write the text, then we print pictures, finally we present it. The fourth, product. What will I make or present? This is my final result. For example, a poster, a video, a presentation, and I need to think as a student, what will it look like? Is it clear and creative? And for example, our product is a slideshow about environmental problems. And the last is performance. How well did we do? This is how our students can check their success, and they need to ask themselves, did we meet our goal? Did everyone do their part? What can we improve next time? And for example, our teacher said it was very informative, but next time we'll speak, for example, louder. And dear colleagues, you can see the example of mini project. For example, why is the sea salty? Problem, why does seawater taste salty? Planning, decide what we need to know, salt, water cycle, oceans. Make a plan of sources and tasks. Search for information, read a science blog or short article, or watch an experiment with salty water. Product, make a short animated video or simple experiment demo. Explain it visually. And presentation, show the video or experiment, share your main discovery with the class. And of course, dear colleagues, I want to share with you some AI tools which can help you and your students to make projects brighter, better. Your students maybe will be more motivated to making some projects, and I want to share with you such AI tool as Report. It is an interactive tool designed to help teachers and students create engaging lessons with polls, quizzes, and visual content to boost student participation and learning. And you can see, for example, in our textbook, here is about trip project, about traveling. So, dear colleagues, let's consider together Report. I have registered in this AI tool via my Google account, and I want, for example, get lesson, or your students want to make some material for presentation with this AI tool. So we need to press this button, get lesson. And you can see here a lot of different functions. Build writing skills, slides, lesson, testing, daily routine. And if we want, for example, generate a lesson for us, or we want to offer our students this AI tool, we can suggest them to choose generate a lesson. And of course, they can make some material for their projects via this AI tool. So, and of course, we need to find world languages, because as we English teachers, so let's make this. And here we need to find the 8th grade, or maybe you want for other grades, you can find here. And what will be the language of your lesson or your project with students here. We need to find this, and here we need to write our prompt, dear colleagues. So let's type together. If we are speaking about traveling and trips, so let's type this this prompt, traveling and trips. Maybe you can add holidays or other. And get lesson. And of course, as usually, we need to wait some moment. Our AI tool will generate for us something new, something interesting, what will be motivating for our students. So here you can see some tips for us, some pro tips and other material from this AI tool. So we need to wait a moment, and we'll have a lesson for our students, or our students can make some presentation here for their project. And even here is personalizing the lesson for us, dear colleagues. And let's wait, and we can see that here some pictures for us, and we can see objective and so on. Let's explore why we travel, draw your dream travel destination, here history of travel and other material, dear colleagues, what you can use with your students, or maybe your students will add to their project. And we can see here preview, and you can see here a pin. You can join your students, and or maybe your students can collaborate in this AI tool together. So let's see. And here, dear colleagues, for example, if you want to collaborate with your students in this presentation or something else during your lesson, you can give them for scanning QR code, or give some pin, and your students will be here. And dear colleagues, you can make some, I can see some colleagues are here, thanks a lot, there was some pen. And here, dear colleagues, you can add some activities for your students. You can see poll, word cloud, open question, AI feedback, and drawings. You can add this material for your student, and you can collaborate here together with them. And some more student for my presentation. So let's start and see, dear colleagues. We can see here everything, and my students are here, and we can start activity even there. And if my students will collaborate with me, so they will type some answers and other material. So thanks a lot for this. And dear colleagues, the next AI tool which I want to share with you is the Chart. This AI tool can help us to make different infographics, presentations, reports using visual templates, perfect for simplifying complex information. And here you can see, dear colleagues, that the topic for our project, for example, our town, it's it's from our textbook Project Explore for the 8th grade. So let's consider together. In this AI tool, dear colleagues, you can make and your students can make infographics, different infographics such as lists, newsletters, comparisons, timelines, and so on. And maybe your students want more visual information for their project, so they can use this AI tool too. And I have an account here, and you can register via your Google account, dear colleagues. And for example, I want to make some pros and cons about town. Maybe it will be interesting. So let's try, dear colleagues, our town. And here you need to pay some coins for generating different pictures. Generate. And here you can find different designs. Maybe your students want to make something in one color or different colors for more visual presentation. So you can see, dear colleagues, infographic, our town, a look, and here you can see pros and cons. Simple beauty, slow pacing, universal themes, limited characters, and so on. And of course, you can re-choose the other design for your presentation or for your pros and cons infographic, and so on. And of course, dear colleagues, you can save it to your laptop and share with your students if you need, or maybe you want to share with colleagues. Maybe you have some event, school event with your colleagues, so you can make and download here. So the next, dear colleagues, AI tool which I want to share with you is Napkin. It is its AI tool can help us for capturing and organizing ideas quickly, helping our students or us connect thoughts and spark creativity through a visual, easy to use interface. And you can see that here we have about nature, about environmental problems from our textbook project Explore. So let's try. But here, dear colleagues, we can make some notes. So let's try. And here, of course, I have an account via my Google email. And I need to write a prompt to generate text context. So let's try, dear colleagues. For example, our world, and continue. Here before I work, you can see the other material here. And from Irina, here is equation. Yes, they are free of charge. Every day you will have more and more coins in your AI tool. But some functions are not free of charge. But I think that all these tools we can use maybe from different emails, because I create a lot of emails, a lot of accounts, and use freely, dear colleagues. But of course, you can pay if you want more functions from AI tool, but I use it freely. And but sometimes you need to pay some coins, credits from your account. But every day you will have more and more coins at your account. And here you can see our world, dear colleagues, and for example, our students for their future project can find some additional material for their project. So you can suggest them to use maybe this AI tool for their using. And dear colleagues, you can see here generate visuals. You can generate just one visual, unfortunately. But, for example, let's try environmental challenges. And you can see some generating here, and here is some infographic, fishbone, yes, and we can see here login, lack of awareness, waste management issues, environmental degradation, and other material for which our students can use for their projects. The next AI tool, which I want to share with you, I like it so on, Gamma AI. You can make different presentations, and of course your students can make different presentations in this AI tool. So dear colleagues, you can see that here again I have the project about environmental problems, pollution. So let's try for Gamma AI this AI tool. Of course, dear colleagues, again, I want to say that I have an account here. I have registered here via my Google account. And here you can generate presentation, web page, document, and something for social media. For example, I am a student and I want to make some presentation via this AI tool. So I need to type a prompt, and it's again our world. And here, dear colleagues, you can make 10 cards. If you want more, here you can see you need to pay for this. But let's now, we have limited time. Let's make just 4 cards for our presentation. Generate. And of course, dear colleagues, I need to pay here coins, 50 coins for each presentation. If less cards, maybe less coins for paying. And dear colleagues, you can see here that we have some information. We can find different themes for our presentation. And let it be in these colors, because dark colors don't want. And here will be AI images. Maybe you can want something else, illustrations, animated GIFs, and other material. And we need to press this button, generating. And wait a moment for our future presentation. And you can see that this AI tool is generating for us some presentation, make some pictures. And of course, dear colleagues, you can download this presentation to your laptop in PPT, in PDF. If you need, you can change some material in your presentation. If you want to change pictures and other materials, so you are welcome. You can make everything you want here. And you can see a shared responsibility, climate change, treasure risk, and other pictures and material. For example, our students can use some material from this AI tool for making a presentation and for making some product for project. And of course, dear colleagues, you can present it for your students, share with them, and your students can make the same. And of course, dear colleagues, you can download it to your laptop, as I have already said before. And the next, what I want to share with you, dear colleagues, it's Leonardo AI. This AI tool can help us design some images, illustrations, maybe some visual content for our lesson and for the project of our students. And for example, you can see that I have here the screen from our textbook for the 8th grade project Explore. Here is the comics, the Museum of the Strange, and of course, as the project, our students can make some comics for presentation in the classroom. So let's consider together, dear colleagues. Okay, and of course, here I have 150 coins. So, and if I want to make something, I need, you can see, to pay 34 coins. And of course, dear colleagues, I have an account here, and you can make it via your Google account. Here we need to type a prompt. Here you can see some pictures which I generated before. About summer vacation, about super teachers, and so superheroes, and so on. And let's try such prompt as teacher's vacation. Teacher's vacation. No, summer vacation. Yes, summer vacation. And you can make 4 pictures, dear colleagues, and here you can see different size of our pictures, 2, 3, 1, 1, 16, 9, and what the size, small, medium, and other large, you can see that this is for premium. And if you want, you can make not just pictures, but video if you need for your lesson. And of course, your students can use this AI tool for their presentations to project. And I press the button generate. So let's wait, dear colleagues, about our summer vacation. And we can see such a beautiful teacher with the cocktail, but with books, dear colleagues. You can see that here books, as we are teachers, we can't live without books, without notes, and everything what can be useful for our lessons. So the next what I want to share with you, dear colleagues, it's about formative assessment. Of course, using formative assessment in PBL, we can use different rubrics that assess communication, collaboration, and creativity, self-assessments and peer feedback, focus on process as well as the final product. And for example, puzzles is a thinking routine that helps students reflect and ask questions. By writing on puzzle pieces, they share what they want to learn, encouraging curiosity and deeper understanding. And here you can use it, for example, for team who have prepared the project and presented it in front of the classmates. The next is thought parking, is a strategy that lets students park their ideas, questions, or reflections in a table during or after a lesson, helping organize thinking and track learning progress. And you can see here different questions for our students. What did I like? What could be improved? Any questions? Now I understand. And again, I want to say that you can use it for team assessment of their project. The next is the scales technique, helps students reflect on their lesson by rating their experience with 1 till 5 crystals and noting what they enjoyed or found challenging. It encourages feedback and supports personal growth in learning. And the book of knowledge helps students reflect on how to use the lesson in real life. Each writes an idea on a small page, which is added to a big class book, showing shared learning and real-world connections. And of course, dear colleagues, we can use some AI tools which can help assess and evaluate our students. And for example, it's Conquer. And for example, our students work during the project My Social Circle from our textbook project Explore. So let's try Conquer about social circles. And here you can make some quizzes, something for your students to understand how did they work during the project. And here you can see question time, number of questions. It can be 10 or 5, mixed, multiple choice and other. And of course, here we need to write quiz for students about social circles. Okay. Oh, we needed to, okay, no, not 100, but I can't generate here. I'm sorry, dear colleagues, because I need to write 100 words before. It wasn't in this, but dear colleagues, I wanted to suggest you this AI tool because it can help to assess and evaluate your students. But we have, I'm sorry, limited time, but please, you can find Conquer in Google and make some quizzes for your students via this AI tool. And the last, what I want to share with you, dear colleagues, it's Story Dice. You can use this storytelling tool, which can generate random icons or words, and it is perfect for sparking creativity and writing different stories. But of course, you can use it as assessment. Your students can see some icons and understand maybe some some words they can use during making feedback for our class. And you can see that we have 5 dice version and 9 dice version. And for example, you can use, dear colleagues, this tool. It's not AI tool, but you can use it for storytelling sessions, writing prompts, character development, plot development, group collapse, critical thinking, and so on. And of course, as assessment tool. And as usually, dear colleagues, I want to share with you our interactive electronic application, Easy. You can see that our platform provides comprehensive support for teachers. It is a modern learning format, compliant with the requirements of new Ukrainian school, increasing motivation and flexibility in learning. You can find here different materials, a variety of submission forms, individualization of learning, and it is very convenient for teachers and students. You can find here interactive exercises for formative assessment, built-in tools like boards, classrooms, and methodological materials. Accessibility works online and offline from any device. It is ideal for consolidating and deepening knowledge during lessons. And here teachers receive full methodical support, including font correction tools for better readability, whiteboard integration for interactive lessons, adaptations for students with special educational needs. The platform is designed to simplify teaching. And of course, dear colleagues, you can find here different tasks formats. You can work with images for visual learning. You can find some grammar exercises, tests and puzzles to assess understanding, video and audio tasks to enhance listening and speaking skills. And it is appropriate to use exercises from easy to deepen knowledge on the topic as a formative assessment, as homework, and during the lesson to consolidate knowledge. And you can see the wide methodical support at our easy platform. Here is a calendar thematic plan, different tips, recommendations, advices for you and your students. Of course, here audio and video scripts, lexical items, textbooks, workbooks, teachers' books, presentations, audio and video material, and of course, different exercises which you can use during your lesson. And at our site ranak.com.ua you can buy all editions with fast delivery if you are looking for something new for your lessons and some new items for your teaching. You can find here and buy it. And of course, dear colleagues, stay updated by subscribing to our social media page. Here you can find methodological resources for teachers, announcements of upcoming events and projects. You can scan QR code and find us in Facebook and Viber group. And at Освітній portal you can find different presentations which you can download free of charge and use during your lessons. Here, not just presentations for lessons, but different quizzes, crosswords, worksheets, of course, exercises of formative assessment and a lot of material which you can use during your lessons. And if you are looking for some new ideas, you can find at the Освітній portal methodical articles, read them and spark your lessons. And at Ranak Academy, dear colleagues, as usually you can find courses and webinars with free certificate after making tests. And of course, how to get a certificate after our today's webinar. The first step is register or log in if you have already registered on the website Academy Ranak. You need to find our webinar. Then click start the course. It will be a day after the release of the webinar. So dear colleagues, not today, tomorrow you can find our webinar at Academy Ranak and make test and get a certificate. In your personal account, select Start Course, complete and mark completed all 3 blocks: instructions, educational module, control and evaluation module. Click Save Test, Send Test, Complete Course. Rate the course by choosing the number of stars from 1 till 5. Write your review, send feedback, and complete the course. Click on the Certificate of Achievement icon, and a certificate will open in a new tab, which you can save to your computer. The certificate will also be available in your personal account, My Achievements tab. So, dear colleagues, from tomorrow you can make tests and get a certificate. And now, dear colleagues, I want to share with you such a technique of formative assessment. What kind of son are you? It is a creative exercise designed to encourage self-reflection, metaphorical thinking, and personal expression. This type of exercise can be used in English lessons, creative writing activities, or team building exercises to help students express themselves in new ways. So, dear colleagues, please share in our chat what kind of son are you. You can see 8 sons, and I can see from Marina, number 8, I hug with my race. Thanks a lot. From Anna, number 3, I give pleasant warmth. From Valentina, 8. From Olga, 2 sons, 8 and 4. I'm hiding behind the clouds. I hug with my race. And from Alena, number 6. From Alena, number 7. I wake everyone up. Number 7, I burn. I think it's in a positive tone. Yes. Thanks a lot, dear colleagues, for your collaboration and activity, for your sons for us. Dear colleagues, if you have some questions, you can scan QR code and join to our Viber group, and I will see our webinar chat. Maybe you have some questions. Okay. I can see here some answers. What is PBL? What is personalized learning? And I see that our colleagues sharing numbers, but no more questions from you. Thanks a lot, dear colleagues, for your collaboration. And I can't see any questions. I think, dear colleague, that project-based learning transforms the English classroom into a space where language is lived, not just learned, and through personalization, meaningful tasks, and real-world communication, learners develop language skills that stick and gain confidence to use English beyond their classroom. Thanks a lot, dear colleagues, for your collaboration and activity, and see you at our next webinars.